Okay, today is November the 9th, 2019, and my friend gave me a probably incomplete Tesla Coil kit. And it has these two huge resistors. There's the tag, and on the tag it says Dale HL100-06Z, and then it's 1.5 kilo ohms, 5%, 100 watt, Mexico, and then there's a number 0841. Do not know, I've never had these large things in any other projects I worked on, but that's what's part of it. The next thing it came with is this big transformer, which is 12,000 volts, and it says transformer, like from France, and then CAT 12030P. I do not know what that category or whatever that means. 120 volts, 60 hertz, 360 volt amps, secondary 12,000 volts, 30 milliamps, secondary midpoint grounded. And that's all what it says on here on this label, but it's very difficult to see because the light is let me see if I can zoom onto it, because maybe I'm missing something. So I don't know if this is going to be more readable or not. Oh, this does not look good. It's completely out of focus, so I apologize. Okay, then it came with copper tubing, as you can see, quite a bit of it, and this pipe, the outside diameter is 6.4 millimeters or quarter 0.254 in inches, so a quarter of an inch I would assume, and inside diameter is 1/4 of an inch. The I'm sorry, let's see, what did I put in here? 6.4 millimeter, then quarter inches, or 1/4 of an inch. Yeah, okay. And then inside diameter is 4.4 millimeters, or it's 0.1795 is my micrometer in inches, or 23/128 of an inch. So that's what the inside diameter is. So it's a hollow pipe, copper. Then I have this some kind of an isolator or whatever. It has two inputs and outputs, and there's a line in, and I really don't know for sure what the other it says line down here and it says load up here. So this will be output, and I guess this will be the ground, and then this will be the hot and the ground. I don't know. I've never worked with such a large unit, but basically what it is if you read that label, which is very difficult, as I said. I'll try to zoom onto it, see if it's, nope, it just does not look good. I apologize, guys. Anyway, so what I did is I described it on this piece of paper. So it has these R, FI filter, and then F number 2 times 20 amps, 115.250 VAC, and 440 hertz. And then it's made by Hopkins Engineering Company, 8726, whatever that means. And then this says load and line. That's all I know. The next thing is this primary or secondary, I don't know really, for the Tesla coil. The diameter of this outside diameter is 4.2 inches or 108 millimeters, and it is 19.5 inches tall. The coil part only, not the whole tube. The tube is a little longer, or 50 centimeters roughly. And then the wire is the outside diameter is of course copper wire, and it is 0.42 millimeters. So that's what this coil is. Then it came with this piece of paper, and it just says Teslastuff, and this shows how to do something, like with those two resistors, those two big resistors here and here. and capacitors, which I assume are the ones in here, but I'm not 100% sure. And so this thing has, it's just thanks for your order from the eBay store Tesla stuff. And try to get to this company, this Rainier Lake Electronics. They don't answer the phone, and I don't know how to contact them any other way. There is no email, nothing. Then it comes with this bag of these capacitors. These are 0.15 MDF, so that's pretty good. They are 2000 volt DC current, and then that's what it says on the capacitor right here. If you look at it, this one's upside down. Let me turn it around. But again, this might be very difficult to read. But I basically wrote down everything that's up in here on the bag. And there's 16 of these capacitors, these large ones, okay? Then it came with 4 little isolators, a little tiny ceramic. They have a hole in the middle that does not go through, and if anybody needs the measurements, I will give it to you, but I forgot to measure that. Then it came with this little sheet. It's basically perforated for the, they call this one the punch board. So as you can see, there is no connections to be soldered here because they want you to, I guess, twist it and then solder those twists, I assume. And then this thing says 4.5 inches by 8.5 inches, and the thickness is 0.042 inches thick. Then it came with this used fan, which they call it Cyclohome, whatever. Howard, I guess, is created Howard Industries, and it runs on 120 volts, and you can tell it's used. But as long as it works, I don't really care. And then it came with a ton of other capacitors, ceramic capacitors, the black ones and the brown ones. And here are the values. There's 33 picofarad, 12 of them, with the brown color on the outside. Then 17 black, which are these little round cylinder looking ones, and they are 42 picofarad. And lots of resistors, 10.24 mega ohm is each of these resistors. So I assume that these are the things that belong to this sheet here, where I can see the resistors, but I have too many of them compared to what this is showing, so I'm not very sure how that definitely connects or doesn't connect. Okay, now, sorry, I'm moving the video again. Then it came with these ceramic isolators, and this is probably mounted somewhere, and then that big plastic wheel you see over there is probably going to be mounted on top or on the bottom, I don't know. So there are 4 of these, and then 2, 4, 6 isolators with a seat through hole, by the way. It's a little flatter here, and then in here it looks like it has some kind of a I don't know, it's kind of like a funneled in with stepped shaped looking hole there. Okay, so that there's 6 of those. And then of course it came with the big aluminum which sits on the top of the coil, and now I forgot what the heck it's called. Okay, so those are all the parts that I have, and this supposed to be there's supposed to be some kind of a plan of how to build this coil, how to build its Tesla coil, and it's supposed to be pretty darn strong and shoot quite far, but I need help from you guys out there, and if you can send me like a email or in a comment where I can go and download it from, or I'll give you my personal email address, checkt@gmail.com. So CZECH and then T like Tony on the end at gmail.com. And so I would really appreciate if you guys can give me any help of how to make this Tesla coil and make it safe. Thank you very much.